I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome to the Dance Influence with Dana Alexa. I'm your host, Dana Alexa, and we're chatting with the biggest influencers every single week. I'm here with my beautiful co-host every week, Miss Danielle Rose. And our special guest today is super amazing, my friend Sarati. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sarati is killing the game on Instagram, but she's really smashing it on TikTok, where she's amassed 5.5 million followers. And I feel like that number is growing by the minute. Over 130 million likes on her content on TikTok. And I'm so impressed. I feel like it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Like a literal blow up.
Yes.
And we're so excited to talk to her today, chat with her, pick her brain about how we're supposed to work TikTok. I don't know how TikTok works.
I don't know.
So we're going to get some cool information about that when we chat with her later. But we're going to start chatting about Mercury in retrograde.
Yes.
So for anybody who doesn't know what that means, Mercury goes into retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. It's orbiting the Earth. It crosses the Earth in its orbit 3 to 4 times a year. This year it'll happen 3 times. This is the first of 3. And basically it slows down as it rounds the corner, and it gives the illusion that it's moving backward, which is what the word retrograde means. It's not actually moving backward, but it's kind of like, if you're sitting on a train and one starts to move and the other doesn't, it starts looking like one of them is going backwards. So that's what's happening.
Right.
So there's all the theories that Mercury retrograde can have an effect on us here in our lives. And Mercury is specifically tied to communication, to travel, and to technology. So they say, mishaps with your communication, maybe arguments will arise, maybe you'll have problems with your travel plans, your flight will get canceled, you'll break your laptop. All those kinds of things can be attributed to having more likely to happen during Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you believe that? Do you ever feel that?
I've just learned a lot about it right now.
I'm not an astronaut
so
or anything, so I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's what we're dealing with.
No, I just like to blame it if something does go wrong.
Right. It's like a scapegoat.
Yeah. I'm like, God, everything's going wrong right now. And then a friend will be like, oh, Mercury's in retrograde. And I'm like, that's why.
Right.
It's not because I'm PMSing, or it's not because I'm just a crazy person.
Because I didn't plan that properly.
Yes, it's
Mercury's
not my fault.
Why is Mercury doing this to us?
Yeah. But I do the same thing with horoscopes. I don't really get into horoscopes, but I'm like, oh, I'm a Scorpio, so that's why I'm feisty and pissed this week,
Yeah,
So now we just gotta blame it on the stars. You
Yeah.
gotta do it.
It's not
Just-
our fault.
yeah.
It's like if Mercury would stop that, we would all be fine and
Yeah.
nothing would ever go wrong for us.
I think it's funny though, because a lot of times people just say that, and I'm like, yeah, I totally believe you. I'm not gonna look it up and know if it's actually true or not. I just blame it. It's always just
Well,
there.
that's like the internet. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, I saw it on the internet.
Like,
it's true.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
great.
Sure.
Well, Mercury went into retrograde on February 9th, and I think today's the 19th, so we're about 10 days in, and it goes out on March 16th.
Today's the 19th?
Yeah.
What?
It is.
The year's almost over,
February
basically.
was like the
My
fastest month of
goodness
life
gracious.
ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have almost another month in this space where you're supposed to be super careful with your tech, don't be drinking water near your laptop kind of thing, and maybe don't have super important conversations or sign super important documents.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I'm kind of a little bit woo-woo. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little woo-woo. I
Can
am.
you put that in a sentence?
I'm going to
Describe
use
it.
that as an adjective now.
That's a word. That's a thing. I'm a
me, I'm
little
a woo-woo.
woo-woo. Yeah, I'm. For those of you who don't know, I'm a healer. I'm an integrated energy therapist and a healer. I'm getting fully certified in Reiki at the end of this week, actually. So I am a little bit there's no other word, a little woo-woo. I have crystals. I have, I do that kind of stuff. I meditate. So part of me does think, because I know that we're affected by the lunar cycles and the lunar phases with the moon, so why would the other planets be different, right?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, the lunar cycles, they govern everything. It affects how the tides move in the ocean. It's really crazy how connected everything is. Mm-hmm. So I think it's possible that we could be in a heightened state. I don't think we can blame everything on it, but I do think it's possible. I won't outrule it, and I will blame things that go wrong on it this month, just because I think that's fair.
Okay.
No,
I agree. I'm just definitely not going to have water near a computer because you said that, and now I'm going to be like,
you have to remember
really
that,
aware of it.
But if it happens on the 17th of March, that's your own fault.
Okay.
Now you know.
You're
Okay.
just clumsy.
Well, you manifested it, so now it's your fault, and I'm just gonna get mad at you that you spilled the water on my computer.
Yeah, I mean, there is some of that to it too, right? If you kind of are thinking this might happen or expecting it to happen, then you can
Right.
kind of create it that
See,
way.
I fully,
It's like-
I believe that. That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I have a crazy story. Years ago, I read The Secret about, like,
The law of attraction.
manifesting and
Yeah.
all that. And I was like, I'm going to find $5, fold it up in the middle of nowhere. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen next week. The week goes by, nothing happens. Like, I find nothing. 4 weeks go by, and I find a $20 bill folded up on my way to Matador Beach, wherever Matador Beach is. I'm, like, pointing, like,
It's up there.
that's Matador Beach. I don't know. And it's just, like, buried in the sand. And I was like, oh my God, it's
You got
been
your
4
4
weeks.
weeks?
4 times 5 is 20. This is,
got-
I just need to,
Yeah.
like, have patience.
I got chills.
And
Yeah.
now, like, everything I do, I'll, like,
The universe
speak it
will
into
work for
existence.
you.
It really will.
but
does.
in its time.
Yes, and you got to be patient.
You have to wait if
Yes.
you really want the reward. I
Yeah.
love that. That's amazing. I love that book. And yes, I use the law of attraction, I think, in my own life too.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely validity to that. But I think it's
Totally.
a same thing with Mercury retrograde. It's kind of like a balance, right? It's like you can put things out there and you can try to will them, but if you don't also do the work and you don't also show up,
Right.
Right.
then it's not going to work.
Yeah,
it's kind of
absolutely.
like it's got to go hand in hand with your own effort, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
So somebody put in a lot of effort this week was Justin Bieber.
Yes.
The Biebs released his album Changes, right? I love this album. Look, if you're following me anywhere, you already know I've already danced to every track.
Oh.
Every week.
We love it.
We've done every song. People are gonna come for me. I don't care. I love this.
It's so good.
It started with Yummy, which became like a dance, like everybody knows, like
Yeah.
a viral dance craze. You couldn't even
Amazing.
open
It was
Instagram.
viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was viral on
Like,
TikTok.
very viral on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Actually, my video on TikTok to Yummy actually did well, and it was just a dance like class video, and nothing on my
Nice.
TikTok goes well. So like it was actually impressive. Not like
Now.
hers. Everything
Now.
she does. Yeah. Yet. Once I learned the secrets from Sarati today, my TikTok is gonna
Right.
pop off.
Be
Okay.
poppin'.
Yes.
So what did you think of it? I know Biebs is like one
Yeah,
of your.
I love him. I
people.
feel like I grew up with him because I was about the same age as him when he was releasing Baby and like One Time and all of
Right.
that. So
Were you singing
I
that
was
as like a
little
kid
bit,
doing it?
Yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed. I also found out he's gonna be here on my birthday at the Rose Bowl, May 29th. So I might
Hey.
have to go because he's basically
You
the
should
love
go.
of
Is
my
it the
life.
tour for this album?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So it's gonna be
awesome.
amazing. But I listened to the first song. I don't remember what it's called now. I think it's called All Around Me or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got chills listening to it because it's so beautiful to watch him. He went from so much, like so many bad things happened to him and stuff, and now he's like finally found love and
He's such a
he's
sap now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. The whole album is about love.
This
Yeah.
album is sappy. This
Yeah.
is a love letter to Haley,
Yeah.
who is fly, so I totally
Yeah.
get it. But like every
beautiful.
song is basically like, I love her, forget it. Let's just talk about that.
All of
Yeah.
it.
Very cute. Do you
Yeah.
like it?
I do. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I put on albums that are like brand new while I clean my house, and then like halfway through cleaning, I get bored and hate cleaning, and so I'll go and then stop the album, and I didn't finish it. But the songs that I listen to are really good.
Yeah.
So I need to like sit in a moment and stop TikToking for 5 minutes and actually listen to the rest of it because I really do like it, and I do think he's growing a lot, and I think he's cool. I feel like any celebrity, if you just like sit in a room with them and talk to them like this, they're
Right.
gonna be a cool person.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if millions of people like you, there has to be something about you
Gotta
that
be doing something right.
is cool.
I don't know if that's true. I'm not
Really?
sure. No, I've been around some celebrities that I've been like,
But like in a friendly basis like this.
yeah, even then.
But is it one of those things where you kind of like you could sense through the screen that they were going to be like that, and then when you met them, you were like, "Oh yeah, I was right," or did you have a different perspective, and then you were like hung out
I'm
with
not
them?
trying
and
to,
it was
I'm
like,
not gonna name names. I'm not
Yeah.
throwing shade at anybody. I'm just saying I have met a couple of people who I like really liked and was like super stoked to like meet in like a
Yeah.
super casual environment, not like a I was a fan environment. And I was like super disappointed. I was like, oh wowza. Like I think, and I don't necessarily think it's not because they're nice people, but I think it's because we manipulate people, like their managers and the people who control them can manipulate them so much.
Yeah.
And that sometimes they're drugged up or whatever it is, and it's
See,
just
that
Yeah.
that is a problem.
which
yeah,
is, yeah,
and
sad.
it's just there's so much pressure on them, and I do feel for them in that way, but I I wish it was true that they were all just cool and normal, but I don't think we allow people to just be like cool and normal. I think we are, especially now, like the lens we have on people, and I think Justin Bieber even sings about that a lot in the album, that like, you know, he went through addiction and all kinds of stuff because of the pressure and the difficulty of changing and growing up under that public eye and scrutiny is like super difficult. And I definitely have seen that taken a toll on people that I really liked and admired until I was in the room with them and I was like, oh God, you're horrible.
Well, I think when any like substance is involved, it really can mess up who they are.
Yeah.
But at some point, maybe they were good people that were like not completely.
I mean, at the very least, super talented, and that alone is really, you know, somebody who, especially, I mean, we all know because we're here in LA trying to pursue a dream, and you know how much work goes into that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a literal 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job.
Yeah.
So for these people that do reach that elite level of fame with their talent, there is something exceptional about them, that they are able to break through that veil because so few people like really can.
Right.
Yeah.
And you are on your way to doing that in a new way of becoming famous, right? A new way, honestly, being famous and being notable on social media now is the new wave of celebrity. It's the new wave of influence, and it's so powerful because I think that the cool thing about it is that the fans or the people watching make more of the decisions about who becomes famous, right? Like there's no label that's like, let's push her because she looks a certain way. It's just people are genuinely identifying with you and loving your content that you're putting out and being like, we want to watch this girl. 5.5 million people feel that way already. And it's, how long have you been building your TikTok?
So I got on it at the end of October in 2018. So I've been on for a year and like 2 or 3 months. And then I kind of took a break at last summer. Over 2 months, I kind of like posted here and there, but I just didn't really care. So my growth kind of stopped around 2 million followers for a little bit. And then I was like, I'm going to get back into it. I also got very sick. I love getting sick, apparently. So I got sick for a little bit, and so I kind of couldn't do it. And then I got really into it because I was like so tired of being ill. And my following just kind of like soared from there.
Like exploded, right?
Yeah.
So in the last how many months would you say that you went from 2 to 5.5? Like that last 3.5 million was over what period of time?
The last 5 months.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but in the last month, I've just grown 1 million just from like 3 videos that really popped off. So it's all about that one video or 2 videos that just like
people love
skyrocket you. And the more people that are getting on TikTok, because everyone is talking about it. Like anytime I go to a party, you'd expect I have social anxiety, and you wouldn't expect it because in these kind of situations, I'm totally fine. But when I'm at a party, I get really like freaked out before I walk in.
I remember I took her to a party like a week ago, and like before we went in, she was like, "Listen, I'm awkward. I don't feel comfortable."
I'm like getting out of my car. It took me a second. I was like doing like breathing exercises.
But you were great. You did great at that.
I was fine, and then I was like, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah.
So I just have to, TikTok is everywhere. So people will come up to me at parties and they'll be like, "I see you on TikTok," and to me that's very. I've never experienced that before, where people come up to me, because usually I'm the one that's like, I know who that is, but I'm scared to walk up to them, you know? But no, it's all about like those 1 or 2 videos that just really boost you, and since so many people are getting on TikTok, like more people are seeing your stuff.
Yeah. And so what's that like for you now to like be the one that's approached, to be the celebrity in that case?
I can never call it celebrity.
I know.
It's different.
It's hard to say it, but it is true.
It is true, and like the Gen Z like, you know, situation, it's very new to me, and I'm still getting used to it. But it's definitely interesting. It's so cool that I just have this device and I can just set it up and shoot something for 15 seconds, and 20 million people could see that. It's something you never wrap your head around, but also 50,000 people could see it, which to a lot of people is a lot of people.
It is.
But since I have gotten to where I'm at, I'm like, well, I think this many people should see it every single time I post. But the thing with TikTok is you can never rest. You can never be like, I have a fan base, I'm famous, I don't need to try. The For You page, like the whole entire algorithm is about
how often
random strangers seeing you. So it's not like these people follow you already. You're a random stranger that pops up on their For You page. So the difference between Instagram is you follow someone, you see their stuff, that's how it works. You don't really see strangers. TikTok is For You page, all you see is strangers, then you follow them, they'll pop up on your For You page again maybe. If you really want to see their stuff, you have to go to their stuff, but it's all about random people popping up, and that's what's making TikTok like the talk of the town because it's so different and anyone can become somebody.
So do you feel that creating a lot of content or like content frequently and like reliably and like several posts a day is kind of the ticket to starting to break into TikTok?
Yeah, I would say post all of the time and post what you see, what you like be yourself. If you're a really funny person, post funny stuff. I'm doing a whole entire YouTube video about this right now because so many people ask me like what happened, and I'm like, good lighting, do trending sounds, be with your friends. Like, if you're funny, say a joke, like say anything that's who you are. So for me, I do dance videos, and that's what works for me.
Right. Yeah, and for just being authentic and like being yourself, you think is like a key because people can see that. I can see that. I mean, I know you, so I watch your stuff and I can see a difference between your stuff and other people that are like maybe trying to follow an influencer model, but not necessarily being themselves. Like they're just trying to tick all the boxes of like, oh, this is what's cool now, or this is how this person did it. I can see like your signature personality and your signature, like just you on your videos.
Yeah, I try not to be too cringy. It is so easy on TikTok to be like,
you just can't help it.
No, you can't. Like everyone,
into it.
Yeah.
Everyone is cringy. Like it's what it is because ultimately it's just your camera that you're looking at. You're not looking at these thousands of people looking at your stuff. You're alone.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's kind of cool. You're getting like a window into like, if you were alone just being weird on your own time, what would you do? And then you actually post it and 5 million people get to watch it.
Exactly. So many people like will post like friends at sleepovers, the little girls like doing weird stuff. And I just watched one the other day and they're like, Emma! And like millions of likes are on this thing, which means tens of millions of views. And I'm like, I so relate to this because that was me when I was 13 years old at 5 a.m. Like, let's stay up all night
and do
like,
something weird.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's
People
what I
love
thought
it.
TikTok was to begin with. I thought it was just kind of like for the younger crowd, just only that, just kind of little girls doing dances and making weird noises and stuff. But it's become so much more than that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why, I literally got it 2 days ago and started because I
What
was
do you
like,
think?
okay, I got to start this.
Did you post a TikTok?
Yeah, I was
What did you do?
I was in Vegas with my friends and we learned, I don't even remember which one it is now. I don't know, one of these ones that was.
They're all that one.
She's like, one of these
I don't
ones.
remember what it was,
It's
but we learned
row,
it.
clap, do the circle
This
around.
thing, yeah.
That's all of them, Danielle.
But
How
it
could
was
you
funny
not know?
because we were trying to learn it like on the street, and someone walked past and was like, "They're doing a TikTok."
Oh,
everyone just
yeah.
knows
Yeah.
when you with what you're doing. And
I
it's
jump
so funny.
in when I see people doing them. I jump into their TikToks and
It's
like
great.
join
It's
in.
like
Yeah.
bringing the community
like a
online,
universal language.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, my
It's
husband
awesome.
hates shooting TikToks in public. He doesn't shoot them. He's not really in mine, but he hates shooting me in public. But every time I do, like, little
Somebody.
girls will be like, oh my gosh, she's shooting a TikTok. Like, we gotta
In
go
real
talk
life,
to
yeah.
her. Like, it's cool.
I
Yeah.
love that, and I don't know. If you don't know, Sarati moved out here. You moved here from Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
She moved here from Texas to be a dancer, actually, to move into like being in the dance industry, in the dance community, but then moved into doing modeling, acting, like a ton of things. So she's actually someone who's like dancer turned influencer rather than the other way around. So
Right.
tell us a little bit about that, about your journey out here to dance. How did that start?
Well, I was born and raised in a dance studio. My mom owned her own dance studio, and I was dancing all of the time. I was honestly kind of getting burnt out because I was just dancing all the time. Like that was my entire life. And around 14 or 15, I moved out to LA, and it was for music, dance, all of everything that I could do. And it was a lot, and I was finding that I wasn't happy. It was just, dance is a really hard industry. I think it's one of the hardest industries,
Amen,
and people
sister.
don't know. People are like, modeling is so hard, and I'm like, go to the dance industry, and you will be so thankful that all you have to do is like eat healthy and be beautiful. And now there's plus size models, so there's always been plus size models.
But that's
I
like,
can't take back anything I'm saying, so I'm not like offending anyone right now. But a lot
but
of my
now
friends,
we're
you know,
way more
Yeah.
inclusive now
Yeah.
than we've ever
yes,
been.
Yeah.
It's-
modeling has changed completely.
Absolutely.
Right, definitely.
But at first, like 5 years ago, when I was kind of getting into it, it was always like, make sure you're
certain
this
height and weight.
size, and yes, so
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
You see, I'm like trying to edit
No,
myself.
you're good. No, not yourself.
I didn't know this was live, so I was kind of scared about that.
No need to be nervous. You're doing great.
Anyways, so then I started getting into modeling and acting, and I really liked it, and I liked that I had control, because in the dance industry, it's like you go to these cattle calls, and you're working for 7 hours with no pay, and then you get cut at the end, and you're like, I have no money. And I'm broke.
People literally can't believe that when we tell them, like, the
No.
dance industry, like, the model is that you go on an audition,
Mm-hmm.
you may or may not, like, break your neck doing the choreography. They have
Yeah.
you doing over an 8-hour course. They don't provide food. They don't provide water. They
No.
don't give you any pay. And then after calling in 500 people to book 2 spots, they send you home. And you're like, okay, bye.
Yeah, like your 7 roommates because you can't afford it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's hard.
And then even if you do book the job, we are the most underpaid talent
Yeah.
anywhere on any set by $1 million probably.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's like 0.5% of dancers that are like making it and that are like killing it. And a good amount of them are influencers because they are on YouTube and they're doing Instagram videos and they are doing all these things on their own and they've created their own network of fans that want to see them. So if they do get booked for a job, they don't need to go to the cattle call because they'll just get a DM or something or a
Right.
call
It's
to their
true.
agent.
It's very true.
It's just a different like world we
And
live
that's
in.
some of the beauty of social media, that it
It
did
is,
open
yeah.
up doors for people to have their own voice. And like I said,
Yeah.
not necessarily always need to be represented by or spoken by, somebody speaking for you
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. You
Yeah.
can speak your mind, and if people identify with it, then even brands can't fight that. They have to
Yeah.
come to you and be like, all right, well, you built this, so people like you, even if we
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think social media, so I was never a big fan of social media, and to this day, I really do take a lot of social media breaks because it's a lot for your, like, health and your sanity.
It can be.
And especially in a relationship, I mean, it really takes you away from, like, your life. Like, I'm always on my phone. I'm, like, stories on Snapchat, stories on Instagram. I tweet, and then I go do my YouTube
We were
filming,
talking about this
and then I
today.
post, like, 7 gajillion TikToks, and I'm always around.
If
It's a
you
lot.
are trying to have, first of all, if you guys who don't know, Sarati is married.
Woo.
As you know, we are still single, so hit us up, okay? But Sarati is married, so we were talking about it today. It's like if you are trying to organize your Instagram, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your TikTok, your Facebook, your YouTube, 6 social media platforms, most of which require you to put like actual good content on each one. You can't just
Yeah.
make one thing and post it everywhere.
No.
Because nobody cares about that.
No.
So you have 6 platforms. You're also trying to eat healthy, go to the gym, have a relationship, have friends. I have a dog. You have a dog.
Yes.
You're trying to keep your life together.
Yeah.
And you're trying to also do other things. Like she's a briefcase model on Deal or No Deal. She's doing fitness influencing, doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Brand endorsements.
It's a lot.
Having a social life, trying to be a normal
You're
human.
supposed to eat and
Yeah.
you're supposed to shower and go to the, like
Clean your house. What are you supposed to do all of it all
My
at the same
social
time?
life is all TikTok. So, like, all my friends, I'm just like, all right, well, we'll shoot 17 videos, but we'll also
There
laugh
you go.
together. So
Yeah.
that's social,
it's like
right?
hanging
hanging
out.
Yeah.
I think that's like
You
a
have to-
party.
that's
Hanging
what
out and doing your career at the same
That's
time.
what it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see my assistants, really, that's my social life.
Yeah.
If we're not doing some kind of thing towards work, where am I supposed to put that in?
Yeah.
How is that supposed to have time
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah.
You are your brand. And I love that social media has given so many people an opportunity to become their own entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, people hate on the Paul brothers or they hate on all these different people, but I'm like, at the same time, they're just putting out content and they're just,
I always say the
we
same
all
thing.
have opinions, but like they're doing their thing.
You don't have to like everybody. We
No.
don't have to agree with
Right.
everything that everybody does, but we can't deny whether or not people have public appeal and public influence.
Yeah.
That's what these things are doing. That's where I did kind of get a little disillusioned. Honestly, I stopped using Instagram and started using TikTok more because I started to feel like Instagram's a little bit more filtered than it used to be, and they're kind of holding what content gets seen. And my numbers on Instagram drastically changed, like as far as my viewership and my engagement. Like once Instagram started accepting money for ads and all these
right.
things started to play into it. So now I'm really enjoying myself on TikTok, even though nobody cares about me over there, because I just can have fun over there and I don't feel like
You can
Yeah.
be yourself.
it's just I don't feel like it's as filtered as Instagram is anymore.
Yeah.
So once you came out here to dance, what happened after that? How long did you pursue dance before you moved away from it?
I was young and I was struggling, and I feel like I had a solid like 4-5 years of just like going through hell and hating myself and having an eating disorder and just meeting the worst, like, disgusting people. So that was my first like real experience of LA. I hated it. I hated everything about it. And I'm not going to go into like extreme detail because I'm very positive, but it was miserable,
a
and
hard
it's
time.
the only way that I could have gotten here, and it's the only reason that I feel like I have a pretty solid head on my shoulders. But then I started booking commercials through my commercial agent, and I had like a huge wake-up call. My commercial agent, who was the first person to ever give me a real opportunity. He dropped me like a week after signing me because I booked my first job through them, and I went, and it was for like $700, and I was so excited. And I go to the first job, it was great, and then I got an audition the next day, and I slept through the audition because I had jet lag. And he calls me, and he was like, "You are done in this industry. You're done. Absolutely no more. Like, I'm done with you."
Yikes.
And I was bawling. He had no idea I was 18.
Oh my god.
He had no idea. He thought I was 30 years old. And so he was like,
You
"Call
don't
me
even look
back."
30 now. You're closer to 30 than you were then. You didn't look 30 now.
You know what's
so I don't
funny
know.
is I was a little heavier, and I look a little older when I'm heavier, a little bit. So I was playing moms when I was 18. Like, I looked a lot older. As
You were
I feel
18?
like I'm growing younger because I lost
Benjamin
weight.
Button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, so he dropped me, and then 2 days later he was like, "Call me back if you're serious about this." So I call him back, and he's like, "You have one more shot. If you ever miss another audition, you're done." I've been with that man now 6.5, 7 years, and I will never. It's really hard for me to ever leave because, one, he's gotten me so many opportunities, and I was with their agency because of Deal or No Deal, and that happened through them, and I now have a bunch of different agencies, but I've just always felt very thankful for him giving me that wake-up call. And a lot of people would be like, "Screw you, man, like, I hate you, I'm done with you."
That's
But to
really
me, I'm
honest,
like,
yeah.
I love people that are blunt. I love someone that'll be like, "You're effing up right now and you need to get your life together." Because
Yeah.
no one says that to you. People are just like, "Oh, I'll let you, screw
That's the
yourself
reality
over."
of the
Yeah.
industry, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is, to be honest, I say this a lot to people when they ask me, like, what do you need to be successful in the industry? And I say, honestly, more than talent, the thing that is the most rare to come by is people that are responsible, that actually
Yeah.
respond to their messages,
Yep.
that actually show up on time.
Yeah.
We spend so much time with people who are flaky. They're the most talented people in the world, but you could be as talented as you want to be. If you don't actually show up,
Yeah.
then you're useless because
Yeah.
we can't use you for the opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
work ethic is so important.
it is, and so basically that's the lesson that you learned early that
Yeah.
does set
Very
you
early.
ahead, and that's the part of you that now is like, I'm gonna make 15 TikToks
Yeah.
a day, and I'm gonna outwork myself because I know that work
Yeah.
ethic is honestly one of the things that does give you that edge that you
Yeah.
really do need to survive out here because it is
Absolutely.
super difficult. So I know you touched briefly
Oh,
on
yes,
saying
sorry. I'm like
no,
going
you're
on
good.
all
No, you're
different
good.
rambles.
You said that you struggled out here with an eating disorder
Yeah.
for some time,
Struggled
which
with
is
that.
not uncommon. It's super common. There's so much pressure on all people in the public eye to look a certain way and to feel a certain way. So I'm wondering now. I notice on your TikTok you get a lot of comments. People comment on your body a lot. Some
Yeah.
are really super great. She's amazing. She looks amazing. And some are mean. She needs to eat. She looks like she's starving to death.
Yeah.
I've seen that like on both sides for you and for everybody, honestly. But
Yeah.
But pertaining to you, so how does that make you feel? Do you feel like that's a slippery slope for you, or do you feel like it's...
Well, I mean, I'm very aware of how I dress. Like, I put the clothes on every day. All I wear is crop tops. I love a good crop top.
Girl, if I had your abs, are you kidding me? I'd be in a bathing suit for this
Right.
interview.
Yeah, every day.
Putting
Well,
on a
I
shirt.
do. I work out all the time. I'm like, I have a very long torso. I know my body parts. I know how I'm measured or whatever. And so I like wearing crop tops and tight pants. That's what I like to do. People
Live your
always comment on my body. It's just, they're like 14 years old and they're either super jealous or they're like, "You look awful." Some people say I'm fat. Some people say I'm too skinny. The too fat comments, too skinny comments don't really bother me. The ones that like bother me are the ones that say I look like a man. That really messes with me. I know we're in a day and age where, there are a lot of transgender people coming out, and that's a big conversation. But it so much infuriates me when people tell me my body looks like a man.
Well, it doesn't.
Well, I have abs, and apparently now that there are so many transgendered men that are women, I'm like, so I have abs, so I'm a man? Like, I'm just a woman that's had abs since I was literally like 5 years old.
At the end of the day, if we are going to start, this is what's funny to me, because I do think that social media has opened up the possibility for people to bring people of all different shapes and sizes
Yeah.
an audience, right? We're making all different kinds of people famous. If you look around at who's famous, it's all different people, right? All for all different things. But then if we're going to simultaneously shame people for being different and having different body types, what do you want? Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, do you want us to all be exactly the same? Because that's what we were getting from, I think, when the entertainment industry had full say over who became famous. We got a lot of whitewashed. Everyone looked the same. Everyone was famous for the same kind of thing. And now we have the say to change that up.
Yeah.
But we're going to simultaneously, like, abuse people for their differences in their body type if they're more athletic or they're more curvy. that's not okay. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, the Kim K body is like in. And I feel like it's always in, and it's gonna be in. I feel like as
But it
long as the
wasn't always in.
Kardashians. Well, recently, as the Kardashians have
Now
been
it
like
is.
the royal family of America, you know.
yeah. But when
But-
I was younger, and I mean, you know, I'm not that old, but
Well, no, when I was younger too, it was like the
It was Kate
skinnier
Moss.
you were,
Yep,
the better.
Exactly.
it was a Kate
Yeah.
Moss. Yeah, they used to call it heroin chic. I don't know how that was like a great terminology for that,
Yes.
but which probably wasn't very nice to them either. But you know, but yeah,
Yeah.
now it's a bit curvier is in and whatever else. But
Yeah.
still, you're born with a body type. You
Yeah.
without augmentation, you can only do so much with the body
Yeah.
that you're given.
Yeah.
Not to say there's anything wrong with augmentation, but
Yeah.
You just can't please everyone. That's the
can't.
thing, is that even, growing up, all I heard was that you were supposed to be skinny,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's like, it's so hard. It's so hard to grow up, and then also for you to be in that light of having all these people telling you that every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're too fat, or you're too skinny, or you look like this, or you look like that. First of all, it's just like, they're not doing anything, so they're obviously a little bit
Right.
jealous, or maybe like want to be in that position, but they're hiding behind screens, and they just
Yeah.
people are way meaner.
yeah,
online.
It's
and
frustrating.
they've been like that for a long
Ever
time
would be
since
to your
social media
face.
became so.
Well, on TikTok, and I was just with Amanda Cerny, and she was telling me that on Vine the comments were brutal.
They're
and
way
TikTok,
harsher.
Yeah.
Way
TikTok
harsher.
is just like that, and like on YouTube the comments are pretty insane, but it's a little different just because that's more of like a conversation.
It's different.
On TikTok, it's like you're the person,
yeah.
you see those comments because they're all liked. So when thousands of people start liking those comments, and that's the top comment on a video with millions of views, everyone sees that as the first. It's very.
I get. I totally.
It's like
get it.
there's a party of people that are like, yeah, screw you, you look like this, and it's just
So
bizarre.
how do you handle that? Like, what do you do to get past that? That it doesn't
Well-
like mess you up or drag you back down into
Well, I'm
having.
in a very happy relationship, and I love my husband very much, and so he's like, babe, you look great. Just ignore him. Like, whatever. Who cares? Like, you go to the gym, you know, you're gonna have like a fitness show. Like, just let it go. And I do let it go, but it is something that's always gonna be like, who on earth would ever say that? Obviously, you have to be insane to ever. I would never comment that on anyone's stuff that
Right.
you look like a man. I just think that's super messed up. Anyways, there is my friend recently told me, who's been in the industry for a little bit. She was like, how many followers do you have? And I told her, and she was like, okay, so if 1% of people are giving you hate and you have 99% of positivity, and I'm like, where is she going with this crap? Like, what is she saying? She's like doing calculations on her phone, and I think at the time I had 4 million, and she was like, that is 40,000 people that are giving you hate. You're allowed to get upset about that, like, but you gotta just know that there's also this many million that are giving you love, and you need to see that. So I've always kind of remembered that. I love that she said that she was like, there are this many people that are hating on you.
It's kind of cool that 40,000 people hate you. Isn't that kind of cool?
That means 40 people, like that means that many people know and are talking about you.
Like,
Yeah.
That's a lot.
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe that's crazy, but
No,
like,
yeah, that's a good way to
it's-
perceive it.
yeah.
Yeah.
like that's cool. Like
Yeah.
you've built something so. And,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, you know what I've always felt is that if people don't have an opinion on you, then you're not doing anything,
Right.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
The only way that people can formulate an opinion on you, whether they love you or hate you, that's proof that you're making moves, that you're doing
Yeah.
something that is making people feel some type of way, and you act
Right.
so. Without being able to make people feel some type of way, we're not doing our job. So
Yeah.
even if it means that they hate us, hey,
Right.
at
Yeah.
least they thought about you that day. That's energy. We can use that.
Yeah.
We can woo-woo that, right? That's pretty dope.
Woo, woo.
I do love being petty back to some people.
Me too!
Oh, I love
You have
it.
to.
Sometimes.
Yes, somebody wrote on my TikTok this morning, they said, oh, that's trying too hard. And I love when people comment that, because I'm always like, right, so should I not try because that's how I've gotten to where I'm at? Like, maybe you should try harder so you can have, like, this success.
Somebody posted that you can go see it on my TikTok of my yummy dance. Somebody said that their grandmother can do that. So I said, connect me with grandma because she sounds litty. Like, I did a split
I
in that
love that.
video. Whose grandma's out here dancing like that? Connect me with granny.
Right.
No,
She's
people
Do a
are just-
collab.
people are just, they're talking.
Yeah,
They just
love-
need to talk. They have no one to talk to.
That's
Right.
nice.
They're in their room.
You're giving them someone to talk to.
Yes.
Someone to hate other than themselves.
Yes.
To TikTok to.
They, yeah.
Ah.
I see what you did there.
Dad jokes.
So
Okay.
what advice would you give for us, specifically to Danielle, who's like literally fresh into Instagram, to TikTok? I saw my Instagram on the screen, it distracted me. To TikTok, what 3 top tips would you give to somebody that wants to like break into TikTok and make it big? What do they do?
I would watch the For You page a ton and find a video that you like. You can save it to your saved videos. I'm going to cough. Sorry, getting over a cold. I would save it to your saved videos and recreate it, get inspired to do your own thing from it, but use that same sound. The sounds are a big deal on TikTok, and a lot of people don't really think about that. Some people don't agree with me, and they only do original sounds. I never do that. They're not here.
What's the difference? Like, I really I don't know any of it. So, like, you're saying the sounds are is kind of like the most popular
so there's
thing.
like a million videos or 2 million videos to Yummy.
Yeah.
So if you use Yummy, there's a good chance that your video might pop up in someone's For You page. That's something that I do, especially with dances. But if I am to do an original sound, which is just something that I pop up, that's not a sound that's ever been on someone's For You page. It's brand new. But if it starts to get good engagement, you know, it might pop up.
Right.
But I have a following, so it's different.
Yeah.
So for people that are just starting, that are going to get like one view on their video at first, I would definitely use a trending sound.
Use a trending sound. You go to For You page, use a trending sound, and then you...
Good lighting.
Have good lighting.
Good quality. Some people do it in their rooms and it's super dark. We need good lighting like this. This is great lighting. Makes you look good. You can see everything going on.
You know, they sell, if you are looking for a place to get good lighting, I'm going to shout out Amazon Prime. They
I
sell
love Amazon.
This little thing. It's like a ring light with a cell phone holder in it.
Yes.
It costs like $20.
Yep.
You can get that home and you can TikTok your life away with the best lighting you ever had.
It's a good investment.
That's good knowledge.
It is a good investment.
Yes.
And then is there like a certain time of day that people should post?
Oh, I don't know. So many people, like... All the people I'm with, they're like, when do you post? Like, when do you post? That's like the thing that everyone asks each other.
That's what it is on Instagram,
Tell us when you post.
They're like, what's your prime time? Like, your engagement's good. When do you post? You know, like,
Look at
that's
that
like
page.
the
I love that
secret.
page.
Like, and
Let
for
me
me,
know.
I always post as soon as I wake up.
Morning.
And it kind of makes me, like, wake up. I'm like, 7 a.m., I'm like, I got a draft. All right, I'll post it. And then
So
I,
you
sit
can
and
like
watch it.
film your TikToks the night before and then post them as soon as you wake up, and let's see if that works for us.
But some people, like, I'll post them at night and they'll do pretty good. But, like, in the middle of the day...
Well, you have 5 million people now.
You
How
can
many
post whatever
followers
you
do you
want,
have,
yeah.
Danielle?
6.
6. So you should probably do first thing in the morning, not like any time. Because I'm not even following you yet, so you'll have 7 by the time this is over.
For you, I would post, like, 50 million videos
Just
right
post
now.
everything.
Okay.
At any given time, you can post it whenever. Just post them so
love
that you
this.
have
I'm like-
content.
Make notes.
You need content. I post so many videos, and some of them are awful, but some of them are good. and
Right.
Some of the awful ones are the ones that go viral. My
So
biggest
as long
video
as you can
ever
take a
is,
little
like,
bit of hate,
crazy.
you're strong. You got thick skin. You can take some hate.
Yeah.
So just
People don't hate on you until you are
Right.
like solidified.
Yeah.
That's
The people that get like their couple of viral videos at first, people are like, yes, you need the hype, you deserve to be famous. Then they become famous
Yeah.
and people are like,
We hate you
screw
now.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
too famous. Like come back down, you need to be like us.
wow.
You can't win.
Yeah,
Like you literally can't win.
Wow.
You gotta do
Anyways.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But trending sounds, good lighting, and be with your friends, like
Just make it light.
collab,
Have
post a
fun.
lot of content. Yeah. You never know. There's
Yeah.
just that one video that will literally get you so addicted to the app. It's insane. After your first viral video, you're like, I'm a TikToker. This is taking over
The
my
eyes.
life.
So are you super grateful for TikTok? Do you love
Oh
it?
God, yes. Like, oh, I can get so emotional. I've always wanted to move back to Texas. I've never wanted to like stay in LA for the rest of my life, and I've never wanted to raise a family in LA specifically. And I was praying around the time that I shot Deal or No Deal. I was like, how do I have a job that I actually enjoy, that I make money off of, that doesn't allow me to be in LA because I can't stay here for the rest of my life. And like a month later, I started TikTok. And then like 2 months after that, I had 1 million followers. And it just kind of like blossomed from there. And then in the last 6 months, like financially, it's been a really, really big change because you can actually get really good brand deals on TikTok. And yeah, it's I'm very, very grateful for it.
Is it kind of
That's
cool
awesome.
now that dance has come back into your life through TikTok since it's such a big part of the app?
It's so, I'm so grateful for dance too. You know, when you realize that so many things in your life have brought you to where you are, and if I didn't have this, then this wouldn't happen. If I didn't have dance in my life, I don't think I would be anywhere that I am right now. One, because to be a dancer, you have to be so disciplined and smart. Dancers are so smart and people don't see that. They're like, oh, you're so dumb that you're always putting your body in pain, or you don't get paid as well, and all this stuff. But I'm like, dancers are so aware of their surroundings. They're so aware of their coordination and their bodies. Like,
And we're
it's
passionate. We're passionate
very
people.
passionate and
Yeah, so
very
we go
competitive.
hard. Yeah.
Very competitive.
Yeah.
Like, just, they're in it. Like,
Yeah.
they are hardcore people, and I love that. It's a hard industry to be in, but like, I do love once you are solidified in the dance industry, that the people are just like hardcore, passionate people.
Yeah.
And it gives you an edge now to learn those TikTok dances. Those
Yes.
dances are not that easy.
The
People
one
you-
say they're easy, but those dances are kind of
That
tricky.
one y'all just did looked so hard.
Yes, if you
Yeah.
guys want to check out on AfterBuzz's TikTok, on my TikTok, on probably Sarati's
Yeah,
TikTok.
it was a hard TikTok.
We did one today. We were sweating. It's hands, it's fast.
That's all I saw.
Yeah, we're on good.
Yeah.
Goodness. So,
Yeah, they are pretty fast.
So we're gonna give you a little game. We're gonna give you a little challenge.
I love
since you're
games.
a
I'm
TikTok
competitive.
dancer.
Yeah, see, I mean, I won't know the answer. I don't know if you'll get it correct because I don't know any of them. But
Yeah, we
I
won't
looked
know.
up the top 10 or like so
She's
challenges.
gonna quiz you on the TikTok dance.
and I'll just see if you can
Okay.
do like maybe at least a few moves from them.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll
Gotta
do
get my
the
arms
top
warmed up.
10 TikTok challenges.
Okay.
Okay. Say so.
Didn't even notice the punches that you
Yes.
roll with. You gotta keep your focus. You wanna say so.
That one's right. I know that one.
Yeah,
That's
You gotta
right.
do the
that
tongue
was
at the
one
end.
that I did know. Okay. Out west.
Make it up west.
Hey.
Make it out west.
Hey.
Shake it out west.
I know that one. I know that one.
I've actually never posted that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I see everyone else do it. Everyone else loves it. So I'm like, y'all got that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I choose my TikTok dances that I want to do, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna be the one I do a lot. And other people like they love the
Yeah,
out west
yeah.
dance.
It's because so easy.
Renegade.
I never learned Renegade.
Wait, renegade,
Renegade,
renegade, renegade,
renegade.
renegade, ta ta boom, woo, ha ha, boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
That's a long one. Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
that was like a minute.
Dip and lean.
You lost me with that one.
I don't know dip and lean.
I looked that one up. I saw it on like a dance.
I
How'd it go? What
probably
did it
have
look
done
like?
it.
I don't
though.
remember. I told you I don't know.
Is it like a? I've probably done it.
I think it was one of the like ones where it was all of the dances together or something.
Dip and lean.
Yeah.
Maybe you just dip and then
Go
you
hit
lean.
the foot with the drop.
I think it was that
with
one.
the Millie rock. Maybe.
We don't know.
That sounds right.
All right,
Okay.
what's next?
Kill This Love.
Oh my gosh, I never did that one, but I know the song.
All I remember is like there's like a
Let's
gun.
kill
That's all I
this
remember
love.
from that
Do,
one.
do, do.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
The Box.
I love that song, but I don't.
Box. That one.
Yeah.
I'm really a singer. Wow.
You knew the song. I feel like that counts.
This is in there for sure. That's
Yeah.
it. She got it.
And then there's the tongue at the end. 'Cause that's the TikTok tongue.
That's right.
And then Cannibal.
This one
Oh.
she knows. This is her jam.
I filmed this morning. Yes, but how does the song go?
I'll eat you up.
Oh, I'll eat you up. Is that how it goes?
Whenever, yeah, right?
Oh, yes. Whenever
Lot
you
of an
tell
artist.
me I'm pretty, that's the one that really hits me. Your little heart goes pitter patter. I would deliver on the platter. Use your finger to serve my tea.
And then we'll just
also
do it
go-
all.
Oh, yes. We love it. Okay, Get Up.
Oh, I did do this one. Try. I did this at Ellen
Oh.
down the stairs. I
This
got
is a
so
hard
much
one.
hate
Oh,
for
that's
that.
the one I did. That was the first one.
You got hate on this one?
Oh my gosh, people were like, girl, those pants are not it. Girl, what are
Oh
you doing?
my
Why would you
gosh.
do that downstairs? And I'm like, why would I not do that downstairs? Because you can't do it downstairs. That's why I did it downstairs.
Those pants are
People
not
are so
it.
mean.
Those pants
And
are
then
not
Obsessed.
Oh, every fan knows Obsessed. Everyone on TikTok knows Obsessed. Like all the kids. They're like, why are you so obsessed with me? I just gotta know.
it. Is that new?
No, it's kind of like an older trend.
Never heard of it.
I feel like 4 months ago, like 6 months ago, it was a real big trend.
Oh yeah, I'm new to TikTok too. I'm not much
New,
better
but you
than
have like
you.
all these
It'll
followers
come back.
already.
It'll
No.
come back.
And then Concoma. Is that how you say that?
Wow,
Can
that
you
was
sing
really,
it?
really. Come, come, you know,
Oh, you know it? Do you know it?
Girl. No, that's the wrong song.
Oh.
No.
You like the song?
No, I don't know
know.
that one.
Damn, I don't know.
Concama?
Ah.
We'll
I
look
have
it
no
up.
idea.
We'll
Anyway.
look it up after. But
That's
that's
it.
it.
That it?
I feel like you did great.
pretty good. I got, like,
you knew-
7 of
yeah,
10,
yeah.
6 of 10.
Yeah, you
That's
did
more
great.
than we knew.
I knew
got, like-
1, 2. I knew 2.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah,
So.
Say So's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. And then Renegade, of course.
I taught my dad say so. Yeah. It was very challenging. He said he was a freestyle dancer and that he didn't want to learn the choreography, so we struggled with that.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? What are your hopes with what you're building on TikTok?
You know, I'm figuring that out still. I'm kind of just taking it day by day and figuring out what's going on. But I am starting my YouTube, and that's something that I'm really working on. I'm in the works of launching my own fitness show, which is going to be kind of neat
go.
because I get a lot of people reaching out about my fitness, and I want to post videos for them, but I don't have the time, and I need someone else to do it. And
When you
it's
check
just
her
like,
out, you'll see that she's in phenomenal shape. She looks gorgeous. She does not look like a man at all in any negative way.
Not at all.
I mean,
she's
my
gorgeous.
stomach is very, very muscular.
And isn't that
Women are allowed to be muscular.
They are. Exactly. Amen.
I mean,
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's that on that.
Yeah. No, but it's just, it's funny because, like, I don't know. Guys will punch my stomach, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Maybe I should just be more feminine and not have guys punch my stomach
live
anymore.
your life. Be who you are. That's the one cool thing about all this, I think, is that the masculine and feminine roles are starting to soften, and we're not being forced to look any kind of way or to act any kind of way. And I think that takes a lot of pressure off women, but also off men too. I think we've been putting men in these like hyper masculine roles for such a long time that they don't even really identify with. And you know, I think we have to start letting people just be who they are and start loving them for that. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So thank you for being here, for chatting with us today. You're amazing. You're exceptional.
That went so fast.
So
I know.
fun.
It's such a fast chat, but we really appreciate it. And, you know, we can't wait to have you back and chat with you in the future.
Thank you.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can follow me on TikTok at Sarati, on Instagram at Sarati Official, on Snapchat at Sarati Callahan, on YouTube at Sarati Official, Twitter Sarati Official. That's where you can find me. And my YouTube show is coming soon at Sarati Official, so go subscribe to my YouTube.
Make sure you follow me on Instagram at DanaAlexa_, and you can find me on YouTube at DanaAlexa Dance, and I'm also on TikTok at DanaAlexa_. So if you want to follow me there, I'll be dancing my little life away. Danielle, where do they find you?
Follow me on Instagram at DanielleRose143, and now TikTok,
Yes.
DanielleRose143 _.
A
Yes.
TikToker is born today, guys. Thank you guys for watching The Dance Influence. We love you. We'll be back real soon. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.